Hello, this is Robert K-Wave, and right now we are here at the Pastors Conference, the Calvary Chapel Pastors Conference here at Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa, and we've been doing some interviews with pastors and just getting updates from pastors themselves of the ministry and what's been going on. And right now I have Pastor Mike Ostimer. How are you?
I'm great, Robert.
Thanks for taking time to come on here real quickly to do a quick little interview.
And my pleasure to be with you. It's a beautiful day here in Costa Mesa.
It is. So Pastor Mike Ostimer, you've pastored Calvary. You are pastoring Calvary Chapel, Bakersfield, and you are on our station in the AM station and whatnot. How has the experience been there with you there in Bakersfield? And how long have you been there?
I've been there on staff at Calvary since 1993.
Okay.
Came on as the youth pastor and just kind of worked up through the ranks there as time and life changed. And we've been back with Calvary Chapel, affiliated since 2002. And just recently in the last couple of years came on the radio station there, which has been nothing but just a blessing for us to be able to be part of the Calvary network there in Bakersfield, just serving our community, and really enjoyed the relationship and the friendship with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is it like to minister there in that city, in that community?
Bakersfield's probably known for country western music, is probably the thing that is the draw card, and yet we're a very conservative community, and we found that Christian radio stations in our community really have flourished. We have a very high prison populace there in Bakersfield and in Shafter and Wasco and Delano, with a lot of state and federal penitentiaries, and so radio is the only access that we have to reach, and we get so much letters from inmates that are listening to the station there, and so that was really the reason that we had a desire to go on the radio more than anything else, was trying to reach really some unreached people groups.
Mm-hmm. Now the conference, the whole theme is things that matter. Mm-hmm. And you've come here with your wife because they've opened it up for wives, also
right,
for assistants and their wives, and so how do you think that has changed the dynamic from other pastor conferences that you've come to? Now you have your wife with you.
Oh, I think Calvary's very much in tune with. We've heard the word culture here the last couple of days, and I've just been really blessed that we have our ears to the ground, so to speak, and we're very familiar with what's going on in the world today, and we're looking for more inroads and opportunity to I guess there's the old cliche that is find a hurt and heal it, and find a need and fill it, and again, that's really what this conference is all about, is learning better ways to accomplish that.
Mm-hmm. How important is it for your wife to be alongside of you?
Oh, I think that's one of the smartest things we've ever done with regard to our conference here, because, obviously the first thing a good wife does as soon as you get home is you have to recount the whole conference. So it's nice to have her here, and she picks up so much that I don't get, and so little just things that are so important, has been really a blessing so far just in our conversation. So for me personally, it's been one of the best blessings of the Pastors Conference.
And the other thing too about the conference is you've been hearing a lot of different speakers and ministry leaders and all. What's one of the things that, besides you said the culture, that has really been just echoing in your mind? Maybe a word or a phrase or something that has been really speaking to your heart so far here on the third day.
Well, the conference theme is things that matter, and one of the things I've always appreciated about Calvary Chapel is the approach to the gospel, the simplicity of the gospel, staying focused on the gospel, and really that's what matters. And to be able just to come and to be reminded is there's so much in the world, I'm just looking around at all the technology that exists. It's easy to get swept away in things that don't matter, and to be able to be here and be reminded, that we're about the gospel. Mm-hmm. And the methods of communicating the gospel aren't the sacred things, but the message is sacred, and just to be able to be here and to be reminded of that's been it's always refreshing.
And the last thing is going back to the church. What's new at the church? Where's God taking you guys in regards to the ministry and outreach?
Well, I think where He's taken us is where He's taken the movement as a whole. Is really, I think Greg Laurie's, probably said it best, that the church is either, it's an aquarium, or it's a hospital. And to see Calvary Chapel as being a hospital in the community is looking for opportunity to reach people who aren't being reached. We're not trying to grow our churches from transfer growth or anything else. Our real desire is to reach people who aren't being reached, or reaching people who don't think they can be reached. We're seeing so much in the world today where people are just again being marginalized, and I love the Calvary Chapel philosophy of ministry is, again, we're going into all the world and we're seeking to save that which is lost. And so we're just really trying to look at our culture and be kind of more attuned to what's going on a day-to-day basis, than looking to be led of the Holy Spirit to meet those needs, not being programmatic at all, but being relational in the way that we approach ministry. And it's refreshing time for us personally.
Well, Pastor Mike, thanks so much for taking time to talk with us here, and just to give our listening audience just some updates on what's going on at Calvary Chapel Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And one last thing, if somebody's listening and perhaps they're like, hey, where's this church at? What's your address? What's a phone number?
Yeah, we're located in the southwest part of Bakersfield at 6501 Chirac Court. We're just a block south of White Lane and Ash, and phone number is area code 661-397-6000, and you can catch us at ccbakersfield.com, and if we can answer questions or be there available for prayer, anything at all, we'd love to serve in our community and those in the listening audience.
Great. Pastor Mike Ostimer, Calvary Chapel, Bakersfield, thanks again for that, and may God continue to bless you as you're here with your wife. May He continue to speak to you guys very clearly.
You too, Robert. Thank you.
All right, we'll go back to our regular programming.